guys, and welcome to today's video. So today, I actually was not going to film today, but my shift got cut at work. So I was like, alright, I'm going to sit down and film a video for you guys. So since my makeup was already on, I can't really do a makeup video, I decided to sit down and do a vlog style video that has been so highly requested from you guys to talk about my Stickler syndrome. So if you have no idea what I'm talking about, I did a video titled My Voice, which was just kind of explaining why I sound a little bit weird or a little bit different, and the reason is because of the syndrome. And all of you, like a lot of you guys were like, oh, like please do a video on the whole thing, like I'm really interested in learning about that. So here I am, I'm gonna teach you. So you know what, let's start off by a Google search to see like exactly like the legal definition is. So like I said, it's called Sticklers syndrome. It says it's a group of hereditary conditions characterized by distinctive facial appearance, eye and stuttering. No, I'm just kidding. Eye abnormalities, hearing loss, and joint problems. These signs and symptoms vary widely among individuals. It's like a genetic variance issue. Alright, let's talk about it. So, as the little legal definition said, the syndrome, it's genetic. My mom has it. She passed it down. My brother has it. I have it. My sister has it. Like, my brother's children have it. It's like very persistent disorder that really makes its way down the gene pool. So like it says there though, the symptoms vary so widely. So for example, like I said in my other video, my sister is diagnosed with Stickler syndrome, but she doesn't have any of the symptoms. She has a few eye problems, but not the serious eye problems, and nothing, you know what I mean? Like she doesn't have like the big eyes or she wasn't born with a cleft palate. She doesn't have any like joint problems. So it really depends. Like you can be diagnosed with it, but that doesn't mean you're going to have any symptoms of it. Just like my symptoms could be a lot worse, I guess. I don't like to say that, but they totally could be. So let's just talk about a little bit of my experience. So my mom has the disorder, and she had a detached retina, maybe in both eyes, and had to get surgery. She had a cleft palate and had to get surgery when she was younger and do the speech therapy, and it got passed down to me. So I was born with a cleft palate, which I just talked about in my voice video. But basically, from here all the way back to your throat, it's just open, and it was not sealed shut like everybody else's mouth, so it was just a big hole. They had to sew it up, but like my hanging ball is still cut in half, etc. So that leads to the voice problem. So I had speech therapy when I was younger, but there's only so much that speech therapy can do. So I'm going to show you guys what the issue is. So when you hear weird things in my voice, this is what it is. I don't know the technical terms for it, but you'll see when I make an S sound, the difference. So this is me making an S sound. I don't know if that's going to pick up on camera, but just listen to the difference. I don't know if it's picking up on camera, but basically the air comes out of my nose when I make an S sound, and it's not supposed to come out of your nose. I actually have been thinking about making an appointment to see if that can get fixed. I just don't have enough time in the day, but I'm really going to try to, because it bothers me. Like, it's actually uncomfortable because it feels like you have to blow your nose or something, but you don't. So that's very uncomfortable to live with, you know, and I have to deal with that 24/7 every time I speak, so it's really not easy. The second biggest part of it that has affected me is the eyes. So my left eye I had to get surgery on. I did start to go blind. I had a retinal detachment. I'm going to show you, just like when I look this way, you can tell that I've had something done, because this eye, when I look that way, it's like white, but you can actually see that I've had something done to that eye, which is why I'm hoping I never have to get it done to this eye, because then both of my eyes are going to be all like yellow and gross. But when I was 16, basically what happened was I thought my nose was swollen because I saw like a tan blob like right in my peripheral vision. So I was like, oh, like my nose is swollen, but then I like went like this and moved my nose out of the way and it was still there, and I was like, crap. So I called my mom because since my mom knew that we had this problem, she was always like, if you ever see anything weird in your vision, like, tell me immediately. So I was like, like, is this what you're talking about? Like, there's like a blob right there. It's like a skin-colored blob. And she, like, got all worried. Took me to the doctor, which I did see a doctor yearly, even though I didn't have any problems until then. So like I said, I was 16. I think it was in like 2012. No, it was before I met Jack. So it was in summer of 2011. And I went to the doctors and they told me I had a retinal detachment, and I got surgery at 7 o'clock in the morning the next day because it is an emergency. It's your eyesight. It's very important, and if you don't fix it, it can become permanent. So after I got the surgery, I have a permanent scar in my vision that I can see. So if I look right at you, there is a black line right here. It does not bother me anymore. You get used to it. I also have in both eyes now this like white smoky thing that when I look that way, it goes, and when I look that way, it goes. I've gotten used to that too, but this is not a pity video either. You guys were just curious about it and what I've had to deal with, so I'm telling you, it's not easy. I have horrible eyesight on top of all the things like whipping around and the line, so it's not easy to live your day-to-day life not being able to have a clear vision. And I think that you can probably kind of understand that. Like when I'm just like sitting down doing nothing, relaxing, my vision is like all types of fucked up, and that is not fun. It stresses me out on a daily. Same with my voice. It's not fun to struggle to get your words out. A couple other things that have affected me are the joint problems. I dislocated my kneecap, but the point of that is I did not tear my ACL, but they told me I did because my predisposition told them I had a torn ACL, when in reality it was just my muscle problems. My ACL was already stretched out. So I have extremely bad knee problems, even in the knee that I didn't dislocate, so that has to do with the syndrome. I also... I'm such a mess. I don't know if this is part of the syndrome or if this is just genetic, but I have what's called ulcerative colitis, and it's like in your, I don't know, it's in my small or my large intestine, I think. It's just swollen, so I take medicine twice a day forever for that. I had to go through a shit. I had to have a colonoscopy. I had to have an MR enterography where I had to get stuff shot up my vein and like drink stuff. It was just hell. Right now I'm stable, which is great. But I had to go through all of that last year, and it was exhausting, and it was mentally like deteriorative, if that's even a word. It's not easy living with this stuff, but like I said, it could be worse. There are other people that have the same syndrome that were born without a nose bridge. Like, that can happen with this syndrome. And you're supposed to be known for having a really flat face, which I totally do. Like, if you look at me from the side, I look kind of freaky. Like, it's just my nose. So that's definitely a part of it too. You have a very flat face and a very small jaw, which is another thing I forgot to tell you guys that affected me. You have a small jaw, so I had to have 12 teeth pulled when I was like 13 because I didn't have enough room. And 4 of those were permanent teeth because I didn't have enough room because I have such a small jaw. So I had braces for 4 years and I got all those teeth removed. I think that that's all of the ways it's affected me. I have extremely low energy. I know it doesn't seem like it because I'm a very disciplined person. I force myself to work out. I force myself to do this and that. But I'm exhausted a lot of the time. I don't know if that has something to do with this. I definitely need to like make an appointment or something for that. I am not sure, but I think that that's pretty much everything. I hope that this is what you guys wanted when you said you wanted a video on it, because I feel like I just kind of bitched about my health problems, but at the same time, you asked me what they were. I'm a very, very positive person. I don't let it bring me down, and sometimes I do think about it. I think, and I tell, like, Jack or whoever, like, I really think that, like, there are people in the world that would not be able to handle this. Like, they just would be depressed, like, having to see like that all the time, having to speak like that all the time, the pain, like, it's just, there are definitely people out there that wouldn't be able to handle it. But luckily I'm a really strong person. I can handle all of the surgeries, all of the doctor's appointments that I had to go through last year was ridiculous. Mama is not afraid of needles anymore, okay? Oh, no, not at all. had my fair share ever since all this stuff started. Yeah, that's pretty much it. If there's anything I forgot, I'll leave it linked down below. It affects my life greatly. It really does, because the sight and the vocalization is something I deal with 24/7. So it's not fun, but at the same time, there's nothing I can do about it. Well, I need to make an appointment for this, but other than that, there's nothing I can do about it, so there's no point in... Sorry, my phone went off. There's no point in, like, being negative about it. Sometimes I do, though, obviously. Everybody gets down, and sometimes, I will get really upset and think, like, what is the point in, like, living on this earth if you have to struggle so much? But I usually get through it, so I hope that this video informed you guys on it, because I know a lot of you were just really interested in learning about it and what it causes. I know my symptoms. I know that other people have different symptoms. They have less, they have more. You can do a quick Google search, because I'm not into, like, the whole this gene did this and this gene did this. All I know is it's affecting my body, and I'm telling you how it's affecting my body. So, I hope that this was what you were looking for when you requested this video. Leave a comment down below. If you made it all the way to the end, comment eyeball. And everybody that comments eyeball is my new best friend, if you made it to this point in the video. So, I love you guys so much. Thank you for your support, and I shall talk to you in the comments below, in which you should be commenting eyeball. Okay?